Hi, I'm George Foreman. Do you have an idea for a new product or invention? People ask me all the time, George, how do I get my idea in front of companies? How do I get a patent? What do I do next? I'll tell you like I'll tell them all. Call my friends at InventHelp.
Call InventHelp today for free information. InventHelp can submit your invention to companies who are interested in receiving new ideas. Call InventHelp today.
To get your free inventor's information, call 1-800-352-1609. That's 1-800-352-1609.
If you want to work until you keel over, have less of everything in retirement, or give back more of your hard-earned money to the stock market again, then just ignore me. But if you'd like to protect the money you save, receive a steady, predictable retirement income, and enjoy financial security for as long as you live, then listen to this. You can download a free report that reveals the wealth-building secrets Wall Street and the banks don't want you to know. You'll learn how you can get guaranteed growth, safety, and real prosperity without risking your money in the Wall Street casino, and how to get the money you need when you need it, simply by asking for it. This is the best way to have a 100% secure retirement and know your money will last as long as you do. To learn more about this method and to get your free report, go to 52security.com. That's the number 52security.com. 52security.com. Go to 52security.com.
Hurt or injured in a car accident? It can be hard to take the proper legal action after a car accident, but waiting can cost you more. The law requires car accident victims to assert claims promptly. You could lose out by simply waiting. Call 800-709-4667 right now to see what your claim could be worth when handled by a skilled attorney. With a lawyer fighting and speaking up for you, you could be entitled to a big cash award. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Now it's fast and easy to connect with the legal help you need after your car accident. Call 800-709-4667. The call is free, but you need to act now before time runs out on your claim. You need a lawyer to fight for you, protect you, and get you the compensation you need and deserve. Time's wasting. Call 800-709-4667. That's 800-709-4667. Call now.
I considered suicide so I wouldn't put my family through all the pain.
Many of our warriors are returning home from the battlefield, only to face a new war as they struggle with devastating injuries. At Wounded Warrior Project, we understand. We're there to help.
Even though you think you're broken, you're not. It's the physical and the emotional healing that Wounded Warrior Project provides.
With a gift of just $19 a month, you can join Wounded Warrior Project. You'll help provide critically needed programs and services that rebuild lives.
Beautiful. There you go, buddy.
The ongoing needs of our wounded and their families will continue for many years to come. Now is the time to show your support. Call now or go online with your gift of just $19 a month and we'll send you this Wounded Warrior Project blanket.
It made me feel that there's people out there that care about us.
After this event, we can finally maybe start to heal as a family and move forward.
We need your help. The families are hurting.
For many of our wounded heroes, the greatest casualty is being forgotten. That's why your gift of just $19 a month is so important. Please call or go online right now.
You shouldn't have to pay to talk to the people closest to you, or the people who used to be. That's why Umbrella Wireless is proud to announce the new Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan. Now you'll get unlimited calls to your best buddy, your mom, or Cindy, once she realizes that you're seriously meant for each other and should stop screening your calls. Now the 30 minutes of agonizing silence where you're both afraid to hang up may drain your battery, but it won't drain your wallet. And you'll get unlimited calls just to check if she still cares enough to pick up, with no extra charges. With the Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, your phone will automatically answer calls from your ex, because maybe she finally realizes that you're the only one for her and wants to get coffee sometime. Now, after lonely nights of looking at pictures of the road trip you took together when everything was great, your misspelled texts are absolutely free. The only thing you have to pay for is the booze. The Friends, Family, and Recent Ex-Girlfriend plan, because she wants you back. She just doesn't know it yet.
listen to The Rod Eccles Show.
So Dr. David Carpenter is saying that, you can't handle all this Wi-Fi stuff running around. The only reason anybody would fall for any of this Wi-Fi sickness, garbage, crapola is simply, as Rush put it, simply out of ignorance. They don't know about all the different frequencies, waves that they're being bombarded with on a daily basis, especially once they leave their home. I mean, you're talking. Well, I know we've already been through the cell phone. Remember the cell phone scare? That didn't work, by the way. Tried to scare everybody from not using their cell phone, but to use the Bluetooth or something because of the radiation. And you had people that actually they would actually they put like tinfoil or something on a certain part of their phone to deflect and reflect the radiation away from their brains. And I remember one person, finally, some sensible person said, you know what? Even if cell phone could cause brain tumors or brain cancer, it would take a prolonged exposure because, the amount is so little. It would take a prolonged exposure over many moons, many years in order for this to happen. And the very fact that most people barely talk on their cell phone now because it's mostly because the cell phones are usually smartphones, and they use it more for texting and scrolling through data, emailing, getting online, checking Facebook and Instagram and other such things. So these phones are not often used for actual calling, making actual calls. So that didn't scare people away from using them like they thought it would, because they were thinking there would be a run on headsets and such, and there wasn't. People weren't falling for that. But it's a different era now. We're looking at different people, that are bringing this type of thing forward. And you know what? He looks like a kook. Dr. David Carpenter. He looks like a kook. I'm sorry, he does. Take it for what it's worth. Wi-Fi sickness. A new sickness in town. It's Wi-Fi sickness, so you better be prepared. Who knows? You might get quarantined for having it. Obama administration releases 2,300 regulations before Memorial Day weekend. Yeah. Gonna need you to come in on Saturday and on Sunday so we can figure out how all this works. The Obama administration, this is actually from Newsmax. The Obama administration released its spring regulatory agenda. Regulatory agenda. Doesn't that scare you a little bit that an administration would have a regulatory agenda? Agenda never really sounds good in my book. They have an agenda. An agenda is not positive. The Obama administration released its spring regulatory agenda today, including its costliest regulation to date. Just, of course, as Americans are getting ready to celebrate the long Memorial Day weekend, otherwise known as the unofficial official start of the summer season. The Spring 2015 Unified Agenda and Regulatory Plan. It has such an official sounding name, doesn't it? The Spring 2015 Unified Agenda and Regulatory Plan includes more than 2,300 new regulations in a variety of phases and also includes the administration's plans for implementing the various regulations going forward, so says the Daily Caller. Speaking of regulations, got another story here about government. We'll get back to the regulations in just a second. This is Kooksville big time. And, the people are talking about the NSA snooping program. Well, did you know that they haven't, the FBI is admitting that no case has been cracked over this NSA snooping thing? Nothing. No domestic case. Nothing. So it's kind of like the TSA. The TSA has done all kinds of nasty things to American people, and they haven't prevented one single hijacking. They haven't. I guess they just have to make their jobs appear to be necessary. Now, but the TSA has also done something else. Remember those? I know that all the hoopla has died down from these things, but remember the naked body scanners? The ones where you go and you stand, you hold your hands up in a like you're put your hands up. Okay, so you got to hold your hands up. And folks, that wasn't necessary, by the way. That was done on purpose. It has come to my attention that holding your hands up like that was not necessary, but it was meant to put you in a prostrated position, because what happens when you put your hand, you're surrendering when you put your hands up. So in other words, this was done on purpose because you were supposedly, subconsciously surrendering to the TSA when you got in these machines. Put your hands, no, you could have left your hands down. And the machine would have worked just as well. The put your hands up thing, that was just to prostrate yourself to the TSA. I give up, TSA, my hands are up, see, I give it. That's what it was. It was psychological, folks. They've already said it. It was psychological. So I know there's some people that a TSA agent will, the head of the TSA will come out and tell you, yeah, it was not necessary. It was just psychological. And you will still have some leftist idiots who won't believe it. But in any case, this is a story from Hot Air about the TSA. Speaking of government. And earlier this month, J-A-I-E, Avila of News 4 San Antonio discovered that those full body scanners that were scrapped by the TSA over privacy concerns back in 2013, oh yeah, they're being sold for as little as $10. $10. Whereas the government spent over $40 million on those things, meaning a huge loss to who? We, the taxpayer, of course. To make matters worse, some scanners are still brand new. They're still in their original packaging. They haven't been taken out and assembled. They're still in their original packaging. Now, the Transportation Security Administration, TSA, paid $160,000 a piece for those scanners, full body scanners, naked, the naked kind. But we found them being auctioned off. They found them being auctioned off in San Antonio for as little as $10. Now, I don't know exactly what somebody would do with one of these things in a used. Cops can't use them. I mean, you can't use them for security. Hey, yeah, you got to walk into the courthouse or the courtroom, right? County court, and you got to go through the naked body scan. No. What is somebody going to do with these things? And probably it's probably for nefarious reasons that somebody would want to buy these things. But so local government agencies can bid on surplus equipment the federal government no longer wants. Now, most of this stuff is old. Most of it's like furniture and computers and Border Patrol flashlights. Yeah, I want a used Border Patrol flashlight. There obviously must be an aftermarket for this kind of stuff because people